Hi, I'm Jill from June Taylor with another innovative solution. Did you ever want to join your quilt blocks that are made quilt as you go? Now we have a perfect way to do that with our Sash and a Dash. It's pre-sewn sashing. It's sold by the yard in 7 colors with matching binding. Open the casing and nest your quilt block inside the casing. And then we're just going to run a top stitch down the edge. Take your next block, open the casing, and just do the same thing. To join rows, we're going to do the same thing, only we're going to run our Sash and a Dash across the row. You can run a beautiful embroidery stitch down here to embellish Sash and a Dash, or you can even put a strip of fabric down here. Here's an example where we added a fabric strip by folding under raw edges and top stitching over Sash and a Dash. And if you like to make t-shirt quilts, go ahead and quilt your blocks and then join them with Sash and a Dash.
Few things can make you feel young and carefree, like a ride on the merry-go-round. Well, the Go Merry-Go-Round 10-inch finished block on board die is ready to transport you down a road of carefree creativity. This 6x24 die board is designed to work with any Go cutter and to make your quilting life easy with screen-printed letters and specialized dog ears for assembly ease. You'll be well on your way to a fun quilting project in no time, since you can cut an entire 2-color block in just one pass through your cutter. In no time, you'll be on your way to creating a wide array of projects like wall hangings, table runners, and throw quilts with this classic block. This die teams up perfectly with other 10-inch finished block on board or bob dies, the Go Cube Mix and Match 10-inch finished block and companions, Go Setting Triangles 10-inch finished, and so much more. The Go Merry-Go-Round 10-inch finished die is sure to delight your senses and spark your creativity. Because at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more.
Quilters, today's show is about sewing 2 more units for this AccuQuilt-Along.
Stay tuned and join in all the fun.
Hi Quilters, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Bodker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert.
We are moving right along.
We
So
are.
welcome to part 3 of the Go Sparkle and Shine AccuQuilt-Along. Today we're going to show you how to sew your signature and square in a square units.
That's right. So be sure to ask any questions you might have along the way, those basic questions in the comment section wherever you're streaming our show. And in case you missed it, we started this by announcing it way back.
On April 15th?
On April 15th with the introduction of the pattern. And then we started for real on May 14th.
We did.
We went over how to cut your fabric for these blocks. We are using the Cube Mix and Match 16-inch finished block and companion sets. But of course, lots of you have chosen to use other sizes.
You have, and that's fine.
That's fine, because that's the beauty of the whole cube system, right?
Yes.
They all 8 now of them have the same pieces, the same shapes in them. They're just different sizes. And then that first show we talked about organizing, using bags or boxes or baskets or trays or whatever you want. I use all different things when I'm sewing at home. And we talked about fabrics. And then last week we got busy and we started to sew.
We did.
We made our kite units and our triangle and a square units.
We did. We did. It's beneficial to watch those shows before you start on the Go Sparkle and Shine Throw Quilt. So be sure to check out those videos. They're available on AccuQuilt's video gallery, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. And the great thing is, if you haven't started yet, if you just found out about it,
it's never too late.
It's never too late. Okay. All
Never
right.
too late.
Shall we talk about the blocks we're sewing today?
So this is what we're going to sew today.
The units. I keep calling them blocks.
I know, because they're so nice and big. So this is our square in a square unit, or our square on point. So this unit is created, we cut this center square with shape 6, and that is the square on point, and it is mathematically designed so that shape 5 is going to fit on the 4 sides to make it a square.
It is.
And then from our friend the companion set corners, we cut our signature block, which is this one. And again, it is designed so that shape 5 from the Mix and Match cube is going to fit on either side to make it a block.
Yes.
So we are all set. I've got some more to sew.
Yes.
I have more signature blocks to sew than Pam. Pam is going to help me out.
Well, I kind of sewed ahead. I cut and sewed enough that I was like, oh, I don't need any. So I'm going to help Erica. But we're going to talk about how this is really great for chain piecing.
Yes.
And Erica's going to sew
we're gonna
2 together.
We're going to start on our signature blocks, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
But before we get started, let us know your comment or your questions in the comment section. Wherever you stream our show, our team is going to answer them.
Right.
And if you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, join us. We're on Facebook. We're Under the Needle with Pam and Erica, and people are sharing their Quilt-Along blocks. They're sharing their regular blocks, what they're working on. I actually posted a picture of me binding a quilt, because like that never happens. So be sure and join us. We're having a great time. Okay, so the first block, as Erica said, is made with the companion set corners, and the original, what do you call it? The Mix and Match?
Yes.
The original. I call it the original cube, shape 5. So we're going to start by sewing one of those half square triangles to the side. And Erica and I press these differently.
We
always. So talk about it.
Well, with these, I think that we probably press them the same. This is a pretty big one. I guess I'm probably going to press these. How have I been pressing these?
I don't know, but tell me, because I'm sewing one for you.
I've been pressing them to the outside.
Right. And the nice thing about this, unlike when we sewed the kite shapes and those triangle and a squares, we don't have to stop sewing to press. We can just keep sewing.
So look-
because there's enough space on the side.
Because we've dog-eared those corners, look how well this lines up.
Perfect.
It's just perfect on there. So
Okay.
you won't
And Erica is
accidentally sew
using-
it to the wrong side. Oh yeah, why don't you talk about fabrics? Because
Yes.
I don't think anybody's asked yet, but they're going to. I can feel
Yes.
it.
Erica's using solids. This is the Moda
Kona.
color of the year. It is called
Noc-
Bravo or
Noc-
Nocturne.
It's really called Nocturne. For some reason, Pam has a mental block with that. She's been calling it
I don't.
Bravo.
I have. And then I am using, so this is Eric, look how fast we sewed this unit. I am using my center fabric, my focus fabric is called Speckled, and it is from Ruby Star, and I love everything about it.
Well, and what's fun is that speckled comes in lots of different colors, too.
It does. And when I first was going to make my units, I, like Erica, was going to use just a solid white background. And I thought, oh, it just didn't have enough zhuzh. So I went to my stash and I found, this is by Figo, and it's called Seasons. And doesn't it look just like confetti?
I love it.
To match the speckled in the middle.
And I had such fabric envy, and then I didn't like my solid white anymore.
Yes, but
and
what are you going to do about
I
it?
wanted to start. Well, I have decided that I think that this is, using solids like this really gives your quilt, the quilting in your quilt top, the opportunity to shine.
It does.
And really be a star. So I am looking forward to finishing my top and taking it to my quilter and saying, let's
Bless you.
have fun with a design for this. And I'm thinking using like a lavender thread. What do you think,
I
Pam?
think so. Or if there was like a variegated purple.
Oh, a variegated purple would be fun
really,
too.
really
I'm
pretty.
usually not a big fan of variegated thread, but I think that that would be really pretty.
Oh gosh, yeah. I don't usually use it. Bless you. We're having sneezes in our studio. We're
Yes,
happy.
yes.
Our help is helping us. Okay, so now watch how Erica's going to
Okay.
press this.
So I like to set my seams first, and then I'm going to roll them over and press them towards the outside.
yes.
So pretty basic stuff here. Flip.
Yep.
I'm going to do the other
And
side.
we're going to tell you that after you've cut all your pieces, you want to sew all your units together at the same time. So make all your signature block units and then all your square and a square units and so on and so forth. Because then when you go to put this quilt together, which is a good sized quilt that's hanging here in the back, then you can just sew rows together super
Right.
fast.
Right. This is coming together. I know some of you are sewing ahead. It's
Well,
okay.
we do, yeah.
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 But we all like to make our test blocks. We all like to get started. And then once we get started, we're on a roll and we keep
Yeah,
going. So you are going to need a total of, let's see. Okay, so these are done. Next, we're going to do our square and a
Yes,
square.
and I'll tell you how many you need of each because I wrote it down on
I
my.
think it's 13 of the square and a square.
It is. It's an
Or is it
odd number.
16? Okay. It's 16 of these and
Yes,
13
of
these.
the square and a square blocks. So we're going to start. Erica, you want to talk about how we're going to sew these square and a squares?
So square and a square, we're going to sew opposite sides. So we're going to sew one on this side and one on this side.
And I'm making sure all my fabric is facing up.
And now when you place that, you are thinking in your quilting head, oh, Erica, the tip goes over, it doesn't fit, it doesn't line up. Okay, there's a little tiny tip of my purple that's showing from underneath. You can't even see it on the screen.
We
but
called it something. What did we call it? Like a
beak.
vampire tooth.
a beak.
Oh, a beak. I like
But
a
anyway,
vampire
it's very small. It's very, very small. So
See
don't
it?
worry about it, because once we get the first side done and pressed, then you're going to see that the next one, oh, look at that shot.
Kenyon,
Mr.
good
Kenyon,
job.
well done. So I'm going to line that up and sew that on. We're going to have a little beak on either side, and then I'm going to show you how it works into the seam allowance.
Yeah, and this is just, again, it's going to go so fast, but keep in mind that you're making an odd number. 13 isn't usually the number of blocks that we make. We usually make them in different denominations. Is that the word? Is that the word? Yeah. Okay. All right, don't forget to ask questions in the comment section. Our team is there to help you with those. And if you have other questions that didn't get answered, just be sure and go to our Facebook page and post them there. Eric and I go every day, we're there.
Yes.
Answering questions.
Well, and we're
having
posting
fabric.
pictures of whatever we're sewing, unless it's secret sewing.
I know, unless it's secret sewing. I have some secret sewing to do.
You do.
Yeah. But that's okay.
It is okay.
All right, so notice we're just doing one side.
I'm going to sew one side, then I'm going to sew the other side,
The
then I'm going to
opposite
stop
side.
and press. Because
Yes.
it's not going to get in anybody's way.
No, nope, we're sewing opposite sides, right sides together. All right,
This is really great chain piecing.
this is chain piecing at its finest.
And you know what? The other thing that I really like about this is that you're going to get such a feeling of accomplishment because you're going to have a big stack of blocks so quickly.
Yes,
But
and they're big units.
They are big
They're going to
units.
finish to 8 inches.
yeah,
Which is fun. All right.
Okay, now I'm going to press
And don't
these.
forget, this show, like all of our events, are recorded, so you can come back and watch it. Maybe you need to go make lunch. Maybe your favorite 6-year-old is in his room playing Minecraft on his Switch, and you need to go check on him.
That's true.
You can always stop this and come back and join us whenever you're available.
It's very true.
All right.
All right, now I'm going to press, and I always set my seams just by pressing it down with my iron.
Yep. It just makes it go just easier.
Well, and you get I think you get a crisper seam too.
Yes, I think so too. And for me, that also helps me just to make sure I sewed it correctly before I add the other sides.
Like Pam Hiller, whatever are you thinking?
Just thinking I often, not often, on occasion.
On occasion.
On occasion.
So now I've got 2 sides done. So now I can show you how with the 2 sides done, you can go back, when you go back in and line up your next piece, it's gonna fit on just perfectly.
Mr. Kenyon, what a shot.
What a shot. We have the best team.
We do.
So it's gonna line up really well. And then all of those little doggy ears and beaks and things are gonna fall right inside the seam. You can see when you're pressed out. And look how nice and flat it is on the backside too.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay.
We do. We have a great team. We have Lauren and Ray helping us in our questions. Here in the studio, we have Deborah and Weston and Justin helping us with all the things that we need. Listen, don't just think we just show up and sew. There is so much that happens. Holy smokes. All right.
Oh, and
Erica,
if you
do
like our tables, these are from our partners at Arrow.
Arrow
these are
Furniture.
so nice. I just got a new Arrow table at home so that I could, so that I can have my machine sitting down.
And we're sitting on Arrow chairs.
Oh.
Listen, I didn't think I needed a sewing chair until I got a sewing chair.
Yeah, it's so true.
It moves great. It props you up. It's just fantastic.
It hits right in the right spot on the middle of your back. It's very supportive. And, you know, my sewing buddy is 6 feet tall, and it fits her, and she loves it too. So don't worry about it not fitting you. I mean, Deborah likes them. Deborah, you're tall.
Yeah, it goes up and down.
Yes, it goes up for my short self because I
It does.
But no, I got a Gidget table recently because
Yes.
it fit in with my setup that I had in my sewing room, in my studio in my basement. And it is a smaller opening, so it has a smaller machine opening, but my machine fits in there perfectly. I didn't even have to get the acrylic insert.
Oh, that's nice.
So I could take this off and set this machine down in, but we haven't gotten the
acrylic for
the
it.
acrylic for it yet to do that. So
Right. But you can find Arrow furniture from lots of our local retailers sell Arrow, or you can find it from AccuQuilt.com.
that's true.
Just go to the Arrow tab.
They got some new things coming out too.
They do. They do, they do. All right, Erica, how you doing on your square and a square blocks?
You know what? I think on my last.
Are you in
my
last
last
little bit
slide,
here?
yeah.
Me too.
I can't wait to start sewing these rows together, man.
I know. But again, get all your units done and then sew.
Well, that is
Then
true.
rows.
Right.
Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. and-
Right, and then I own the back and forth that makes me a little crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so now I can go back and I'm gonna press the other two sides out. And again, I'm gonna set my seams all the way around. Now I can just roll it towards the outside and press. And if I had my clapper out, I would be using my clapper here.
Oh, yes.
We have wooden clappers on our website. They are spectacular.
They're handmade
They are, here in Nebraska.
here in Nebraska by our good friend. Okay, so while I'm pressing, let's talk about the blog.
Ooh, yes.
You want to check out the blog because Erica writes it, and she has a post every Wednesday during the Quilt-Along. She's going to go over details from the days of fence. She's going to talk about things that we've done. She's going to show pictures. It's just great. So to sign up for the blog, go to the AccuQuilt website under Discovery.
Yes, that's where you'll find it. And in all fairness, I'm not the only one who writes our blogs, but I am the only one who writes our Quilt-Along blogs. So,
Who else writes blogs?
sometimes Sarah or Ray or Lacey or even some of our go-getters and our gurus have been known to jump in.
Okay,
and write a blog.
I apologize to those who also write blogs. I just know that we talk about it all the time during the Quilt-Along.
Well, we
and that
do
Erica
because it's a
writes
really
it.
good source of information.
Yeah.
And I've got pictures of sewing mine. Now, as much as we love this, and as much as I love using my 16-inch cube, I have to show you something. I'm going to push this over
This
to the
is-
side. So I took my
None
scraps.
of you will be surprised
I took
when you
my
see this.
scraps and I started making units out of the 4-inch mix and match cube. I could do
So how big is that, Erica?
so this is this will finish to 2 inches. This unit will finish to 2 inches. I'm super excited about putting it together. I can't wait. I may have to start putting it together before next week's show when we put our tops
Probably
together.
will. And are you going to quilt it the same as your
You know,
big one?
no, probably not. This one, it's only going to finish to 18 by 18. So this for sure I will quilt at home.
Yes.
And I won't have the open space won't be as big, right?
Right, right.
So I'm not sure how I'm going to quilt
Maybe
this.
some echo quilting or something.
Maybe some echo quilting, maybe some, I could do dark purple on here and light purple in here. That might be a lot.
Or you could go to the website and find an applique die that you love and download the free embroidery.
Download the free embroidery. When you do that, that is a great tip. Use the placement stitch because it's just a straight stitch.
Yes.
To stitch and use it to quilt in the hoop. That is a
Yeah.
great idea. Okay.
I've done that before.
What shape should I do this with?
We'll have to know. Let us know. Don't forget, if you have questions,
Oh,
put them
yes,
in the
I got
comment
all
section,
distracted.
and
I
our
got all
team will help
distracted.
you. Okay, talk about designing our blocks.
So, right. So this is a pattern. It was designed by Melissa Corey. She's
Thank you,
happy
Melissa.
quilting, and we're happy about this one. But sometimes Pam and I, we like to design our own quilt blocks.
We do.
And we know some of you do too. So we have designed our very first software program, and it's called AccuQuilt-Able. This lets you design and create your own quilt box using the Go Cube mix and match system. It's available at AccuQuilt.com, or you can get it from your local AccuQuilt dealer. And there are 2 modules currently available. Now there is the basic tools, which is going to let you, it's a great way to keep track of your die shapes that you have. It'll help you with how to prep your fabric and,
Yes.
and that kind of information. But if you really want to get into designing your own blocks, you're going to want to get the Block Maker version. Now the Block Maker version, it's going to include all of the basic information that is in basic tools as well. So if you get basic tools and later on upgrade, you're going to duplicate a little bit of information but not much, or you can just go big and start with the Block Maker because you're going to love it.
All right, quilters, we'd love to see pics of your fabric and your units. Share them with us on our new Facebook page. Tell your friends, called Under the Needle with Pam and Erica, and you can post on all of our social media platforms. So Erica, before we end, because
Yes.
this is part 3 of part 4, right? We have 3 of 4.
4 shows.
Yeah, of our Quilt Along for the Go Sparkle and Shine Throw Quilt. We want to announce the winner of today's giveaway.
That's right, because we have a little giveaway at the end of each of our Quilt Along shows, and each time it's $100 in AccuQuilt reward
It
points.
is.
So be sure you've gone to AccuQuilt.com, and under the Events tab,
Yes.
you've entered your email address. And that'll also give you a reminder email 30 minutes before our shows go live.
Oh, yes, and thanks to Adam and our team who do our emails.
Yes. All right. So the lucky winner today of $100 in AccuQuilt reward points is, drum roll please, it's Cherie D. of Berkeley, California. Congratulations.
I can hardly wait to see what you're going to get.
Yes, be sure to show pictures of what you buy.
All right, quilters, don't forget we have plenty of offers available for you on our website. Look, maybe you're needing some mats. Maybe you're looking at that 16-inch cube. This is the time to get it.
That's right. So to get an order in now or just to see what's new, open a new tab in your browser, type in AccuQuilt.com/party. You can see what's new. You can see what we've been working on today, and you can even look up and use the store locator to find the local dealer closest to you.
All right, it is time for Eric and I to get ready for our next show. We hope today's show is just what you needed to inspire you to sew the last 2 units of the Go Sparkle and Shine Throw Quilt.
See you next time.
Thanks so much for watching. To learn more about your quilting craft, be sure to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for live events every Tuesday and Wednesday. You can check out the events page on the AccuQuilt website for more details on upcoming shows. And if you're looking for even more inspiration, visit our blog for exclusive tutorials filled with tips and tricks. And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more.
Be sure to join us on Tuesdays when we launch new products. We'll be back Tuesday, June 3rd at 12 noon Central Time to launch June's Die to Try.
And be sure to join us every Wednesday at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live. We have so much fun. Next time, Eric and I are sewing rows for the Quilt Along.